special, Kay.
Hey guys, now that the day has come to a close, a few seniors and juniors would like to shine a light on many topics that may be going through your pubescent minds. Some of it was passed down to them, and some of it was hard-earned. But now, they're gonna give it to you. This is a show hosted by senior Kayleigh Rogers, who will be joined by her fellow students. So sit tight, buckle your seatbelts, and enjoy the ride. This is Teen Forum.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm a senior.
Hi, my name is Jenny, and I'm a senior.
Hi, my name is Ida, and I'm a junior.
Hello, my name is Kelsey, and I'm a junior.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Simon, and I'm a senior here at High Tech.
Hey guys, I'm Tori, and I'm a senior.
My name is Sarah, and I am a senior.
Hi, my name is Angie, and I'm a senior.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Teen Forum. For our first episode, we're going to be discussing the problems of maintaining a social life while keeping up good grades. But first, let's discuss peer pressure. Now, peer pressure can go from anything ranging from your parents saying, go to the school, you'll get a good education. Or your friends saying, oh, hey, let me see the test, I'm your friend, come on, just give me the answers. Or even something like, oh, you'll do the homework this week, I'll do it next week. It varies from person to person, situation to situation. Like, Ida, what's your kind of whole view on peer pressure?
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes it happens so quickly, and when you have to make those split-second decisions, and then someone just comes up to you really quick, and you don't know what to say, and you're just like, okay, I'll do your homework for you, okay, I'll do this for you. I mean, let's see, where have I had peer pressure before? I don't know, a lot of times it's just with clothes I wear or something. Sometimes, friends are supposed to give their input. If you go to the mall especially, you try something out, does this look good on me? Yeah or no. You kind of rely on them sometimes to tell you the truth. But at the same time, you can't force your opinions on someone else, If you don't like that shirt because it's pink, you can't,
Just because one person says, oh, that looks good on you should totally buy it.
Yeah.
And you're
That's
not...
a form of pressure, too.
Yeah, you may not be comfortable with the way it fits or the way it looks on you, or even, like you said, the color. And they'll just be pressuring you into buying it. It's because they think that looks good on you, but you're not comfortable with that. That's still considered peer pressure. Yeah. And it goes on for years. You start off with it in childhood, and it continues all the way to adulthood. It's in cases in college where drugs and alcohol are thrown into the mix. Even in high school, drugs and alcohol, sometimes even sex, are thrown into the mix of pressure and being pressured into things. It's not really good. What do you guys think as teenagers at this point?
I think you really need to establish your boundaries. When someone says, oh, you should wear this, it looks so good on you, and you feel really uncomfortable in it, you gotta say that. You gotta say, I don't like this. I feel uncomfortable in it. Don't tell me to wear it. Set up that line and don't let people cross it.
Yeah, I think it's fine that they give your opinion, but then when it comes to the point where they're forcing you, buy it, and then where you just feel so bad, you're like, okay, I guess they may be right. Don't let them warp you. Set your ground, like Jenny says, and then, know your limits, and just say, I don't feel comfortable with it. And then your friend should be like, okay, then we will for something else, work together and do something about it.
Yeah, it's good you need to set your boundaries. That way you can still have your friends and be friendly with them, but be able to still be yourself and say, this is my ground, I'm not moving. It's I'm not comfortable with this, that's it.
It's one thing to offer a compliment, it's another thing to force your opinion on someone.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're in that situation where someone is giving you a compliment, oh, you should wear that, consider what your beliefs, your opinion, and don't just think of what they're trying to put on you. So you can accept it as a compliment, but remember your own personal beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to go back to what you were saying about parents and schools. I feel like everybody here has felt that kind of pressure before. You have to go to college, and you can't go to any college. You have to go to a good college. You have to pick the major to get yourself some money, and then you can't be an artist. Nobody can ever be an artist.
Right.
And have a backup plan, always.
Right, so many parents, it's the old It's the running gag where a parent says, "Oh, my son's a lawyer.
Yeah.
My son's a doctor. My daughter's going to Columbia College." It's just very much like they're forcing their needs and their wants onto their child. Like, wouldn't it be great to go to a lawyer or a doctor's graduation? And it's like, "Oh, I didn't do this and I didn't think this when I was your age. You shouldn't either." They're forcing what they want onto you. That's pressure, but it's not coming from your peers. It's coming from one of your superiors, which is almost worse.
So it's like, where do you draw the line? Because you're supposed to listen to your parents.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're also supposed to have your own judgment, especially as a young adult. So I feel like if you really want to do something, if you really want to go film if you really want to go film like native sheeps in like
New Zealand.
but your parents want you to become a
Wales.
doctor,
Yeah.
then which one do you do? Like, I really like sheep. What do I do?
Become a sheep doctor.
Yes. Compromise.
Well, that's the whole point of like being a teenager and going through these teenage years. You're supposed to do your own little rebellions against your parents. That's why you see like kids get piercings and dye their hair and wear clothes that their parents wouldn't really approve of. In their own ways, it's them doing their own rebellions.
It's so true. It's so true.
It is true.
Oh, we can
because,
laughing at.
like, you're doing it, they've done it, so many people have done it through each generation. Rock and roll, that was considered a rebellion because their parents were used to listen to big band music and
It's the devil's music.
they would say it was the devil's music.
Flower power.
That was my son.
And then the 60s where there was flower power, there was the hippie movement, and then also there was like the Beatles where there was like that was like considered, oh my gosh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I'm not used to this. And then their children, the teenagers rather, are like, I like this music, I enjoy this. My parents don't enjoy it, all the better.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because if those teens had kind of conformed to what their parents or their other peers had said, then we probably wouldn't see rock and roll as we do today. So
Yeah.
rebel.
Yeah. But not entirely rebel, just your own little rebellions. That's why. That's how you're a teenager, and that's what makes you a teenager. Those little rebellions.
Well, it's really just just a matter of not losing yourself in that.
Yeah.
Like taking it too far to the point where you feel you have to do drugs and do all these crazy things to kind of make your own little like sort of coming of age like happen way too fast, because that's just not going to end well, and you're just going to end up doing something that you're really, really going to regret in the end. It's just a matter of knowing yourself and understanding that, okay, I'm going to do this, but it's going to be for me and not for anyone else.
Right. That goes back to the whole setting your boundaries. Not only should you set boundaries for other people, but you need to set boundaries for yourself. I've seen too many times with too many people letting like drugs and alcohol end up taking over their lives and changing them for the worse. Just because they're like, oh, I can do this. I can totally do it. I don't care what other people are doing. I want to do it, I'll do it. But you need to set boundaries for yourself so that you're not going to let it control you. You want to be the one in control of your life, not a person or a thing as bad as alcohol and drugs.
Yes, because alcohol and drugs, I believe more on the fact that, like, take the smallest thing, maybe not a drug apparently, but cigarettes. Have you ever seen that commercial? There's a commercial out now that there's a guy, he's dressed up.
He's
He's
dressed
dressed up as a cigarette butt. He has a white shirt and his pants are brown. He walks around, and to teenagers, regular teenagers, because it usually starts when humans are young, when they're teenagers, because of the fact that they're pressured into doing it. In the commercial, as said, he goes around talking to teenagers. There's this one clip where a girl's at the water fountain, and he goes to her and he's like, "It's time to pay up. Cigarettes are costly. They're $7 and maybe even more, and a year. I know you can buy so many things like that. You could even get like a meal at like maybe McDonald's or something like that.
You could buy 7 cheeseburgers.
It starts controlling your life, and then not only the fact that it controls your life, it starts breaking your body down inside. You get cancer, lung cancer, and it's not good for you, the people around you, and the environment. All that pollution that is going on currently is
due to the secondhand smoking. The secondhand smoking is going into children, to babies, to your parents, to anybody. And that smell, and it never gets off of you. It's always there. It's just something that is lingering, and then your teeth rot. It's unhealthy for you. It's something that is one of those really bad habits. It's like, I personally consider it the worst habit of all of the habits that can be done from drugs and alcohol. Because alcohol, you can go to AA meetings, but maybe you might fall, but you're always going to have people pushing you. With cigarettes and drugs, it's something that is only like brushed upon maybe. Like they'll be like, oh, it's okay to smoke, but then they're like, oh, you don't have to tell me what to do. They're like, oh, maybe you should go talk to the alcoholic over there. He needs to be in control of his life. Yes, but you're also not seeing the fault that you're doing to yourself at the same time. Maybe it was because of the fact that you were pressured as a child, saying, oh, you don't need to listen to them. And then that sticks in your mind, I don't need to listen to anybody because I can do what I want. I have the power. Like sometimes, have you ever felt that when you're outside, or maybe like, let's say you go on a trip and you're at like a cliff or something, and you feel that adrenaline rush, that like, oh, I'm so up high. It's your brain saying, and you want to jump, but you don't jump. It's just your brain saying, like, you have the power to take your life right now. You have the power to do this. And it's just like, no, you back off because you're controlling it yourself. So that's what I think what it is that peer pressure, it just controls people. And back to what you said, it's just something that can be broken.
It really does go back to like, even your brain is saying, like, you have the power, but you really shouldn't do this. You're not going to do this. Making that boundary, saying, yes, I am in control, but I know that's bad. I know I can get hurt from that. So you take a step back, and you don't do that. Like, not going back to cigarettes. Not many people realize the age to buy it is 19. There is no actual, like, at least as far as I remember, age restriction of when you can smoke it, unlike alcohol. Alcohol says 21 to drink it. It's 19 to buy it, and there isn't really a spoken age. Your parents can get fined for if police catch you smoking, but it's not as enforced as drinking. And smoking ages you like significantly, really quickly.
Maybe the alcohol, because they're like, oh, it goes directly to the brain. Your frontal lobe, as our health teachers tell us, are not developed yet. But yeah, cigarettes.
It's bad. But it really does go back to being pressured, and sometimes you're pressuring yourself into things. To sum it up very easily, just boundaries. You set it up for other people, for you, but more importantly, you need to set up boundaries for yourself so you don't get yourself involved in things like drugs and alcohol, or buying something because someone told you it looks good on you, or having someone copy your homework or give the answers to a test. So you need to set up boundaries for yourself so that you won't be pressured into things like this. Well, that basically wraps up that segment. Thank you so much for joining us on our very first episode of Teen Forum. I hope you can join us next week, coming from the high-tech beanbag room. Well, enjoy your day, and thanks guys for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.